early 2026, a massive aerial campaign known as Operation Epic Fury began. The significance of this operation was its unprecedented scale, targeting hostile infrastructure. Planners designated over 13,000 individual targets for destruction. This means the airspace was completely saturated with aircraft, creating an incredibly complex flight environment. The primary eye in the sky was the MQ-9 Reaper. Effectively, this drone is a high-altitude surveillance workhorse designed to loiter for hours. However, the operation quickly revealed a critical vulnerability in the fleet. The significance of the subsequent losses became the central focus for military analysts. On February 28, 2026, the operation officially commenced under direct presidential orders. This signifies the start of a highly coordinated effort to dismantle defenses. Managed directly by Central Command, the initial strikes were incredibly heavy. Effectively, the command structure coordinated simultaneous attacks across multiple time zones. The initial targets included vast naval yards and complex missile infrastructure. Striking these locations means crippling the adversary's ability to launch long-range retaliatory strikes. They also heavily targeted anti-access and area denial zones. Flying into these heavily defended sectors is like a high-stakes game of chess against advanced radar. Each MQ-9 Reaper carries a staggering price tag of $30 million. This significance cannot be overstated, as every single loss represents a massive financial drain. Ground-based air defense systems were waiting in the shadows. Effectively, these surface-to-air missiles are designed specifically to detect and eliminate slow-moving, high-altitude targets. Using a cheap missile to destroy a $30 million drone is the definition of asymmetric warfare. This means the economic exchange heavily favors the defender. When we look at the tactical overlays in the evidence room, the mismatch is clear. The significance of the drone's large radar cross-section is undeniable. By April of 2026, the attrition rate experienced a massive spike. Losing 8 drones in a single month signifies a critical failure in electronic countermeasures. Reporting from major networks confirmed the mounting toll of destroyed aircraft. This means public awareness of the operational cost began to rise rapidly. Official statements confirmed that 24 drones have been completely destroyed. Effectively, a massive gap in the surveillance fleet has blinded commanders to critical ground movements. Some alternative intelligence estimates suggest the actual number of destroyed airframes is even higher. The significance of these hidden losses points to potential tactical miscalculations. 24 lost airframes translates to a $720 million deficit. This signifies a massive financial blow that will take years of congressional funding to properly replace. Looking at the heads-up display data, the Reaper's heat signature is highly prominent. Effectively, it is like a glowing beacon in the night sky. The campaign also targeted the adversary's own unmanned aerial systems infrastructure. This means the conflict devolved into a reciprocal drone war over the desert. Forensic economics reveals the true cost of these sustained air operations. The significance here is that winning the immediate tactical fight might lose the financial war. Behind the scenes, high-level diplomatic talks completely collapsed. This signifies a total breakdown in communication, removing any possibility of a peaceful resolution. Without a diplomatic off-ramp, military planners shifted their operational focus. Effectively, the strategy moved from the contested skies directly to the highly volatile maritime domain. Current orders indicate an impending blockade of major commercial Iranian ports. This means cutting off all maritime commerce, starving the adversary of vital economic resources. Military publications confirm preparations for this massive naval embargo. The significance of a full blockade is that it acts as an act of total economic suppression. The entire blockade strategy hinges on controlling the Strait of Hormuz. Effectively, controlling this narrow waterway is like a stranglehold on the global energy supply. Before securing the strait, extensive mine-clearing operations must commence. This signifies the extremely high risk of subsurface explosives damaging the approaching naval fleet. The hostile Navy has heavily mined these critical international waters. This means any approaching vessel faces the constant threat of a catastrophic hull breach. Transitioning from targeted drone strikes to a full naval blockade is a massive escalation. The significance of this shift alters the entire geopolitical landscape. Replacing $720 million in aviation assets takes years of manufacturing. Effectively, the aerial surveillance fleet is permanently degraded for the foreseeable future. Central Command must now fundamentally reassess the use of slow-moving drones in contested airspace. This means future operations will require entirely new stealth technologies. The loss of 24 MQ-9 Reapers will be studied by tacticians for decades. The significance of this failure highlights the absolute limits of current technology. As mine-clearing ships approach the highly volatile strait, the next phase begins. Effectively, the question remains whether the naval fleet will suffer the exact same catastrophic fate.
Tap to stay connected to the future. Subscribe now.